Every relationship runs on two hidden forces. Ignore one, and your love life could collapse overnight. Ever felt like you're doing everything right, yet the spark is dying? What if a controversial reality hack held the secret to reigniting that passion? Stay tuned, because in the next 16 minutes, you're going to learn how to balance love and sex in ways most couples never imagine. And if you watch till the end, I have a free bonus that could change your relationship starting tonight. Imagine reigniting the spark in your marriage or finally attracting that ideal partner, all by understanding two simple concepts. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to blend emotional intimacy with electric passion to transform your love life. No more guesswork or stale routines. Instead, picture coming home to a relationship that's warm and caring, yet thrilling and passionate. Whether you're stuck in a platonic marriage or tired of shallow flings, this insight will give you the tools to break free. You'll gain a concrete strategy to balance love and desire, a skill that boosts not just your romance, but your confidence and happiness. Let's start with a crazy story. In Russia, a quantum physicist turned philosopher wrote about reality transurfing, a method to shape your reality with your mind. Sounds wild, right? But stay with me, because this isn't sci-fi. It's about how your mindset can make or break your relationships. Transurfing teaches that our thoughts and intentions act like a mirror, reflecting back into our lives. So how does that mirror affect love? It turns out, Transurfing has a lot to say about love and sex. In one Transurfing tale, a mysterious priestess reveals that love has two sides: tenderness and strength. Strength without tenderness is violence, and tenderness without strength is just sweet mush. If a relationship lacks either gentle affection or passionate intensity, it falls out of balance. Think of it this way: too much passion without love can turn ugly, and too much love without passion gets, well, boring. Even Transurfing says a remedy needs a bit of poison to work, meaning a dose of edginess, passion, must mix with sweetness. This idea might feel intuitive. We all know couples who are best friends, but the spark is gone, or others who have chemistry but no trust. The surprise is that an esoteric philosophy predicted this balance long ago. In fact, some people practicing transurfing have reported shocking improvements in their love lives. One user said that within weeks of shifting her mindset, she was suddenly pursued by 5 great guys. It's not magic. It's about the changes in you that make you more attractive and open to love. So now that you know there's a method to the madness, let's break down these two forces of love and see how you can use them. Alright, let's dive into the first force: tenderness, the warm, caring, understanding side of love. This is the Zulask the priestess spoke of, the gentle golden energy that makes you feel safe and appreciated. The second force, strength, which here means passion, desire, yes, the sexual, physical energy. A healthy relationship thrives on both. When you harmonize the comfort of tenderness with the excitement of passion, you get fireworks and trust. Transurfing literally suggests that if partners embrace both sides fully, they invite a special energy that can lead to a stormy night in a good way. In other words, when you and your partner both open up emotionally and physically, you unlock a deeper connection. The night becomes stormy with love. Think about it. Have you ever been with someone who was sweet and kind, but there was zero passion? Or someone wild in bed, but emotionally distant? Neither scenario is fulfilling by itself, right? I remember a friend, let's call him John, who married his college sweetheart. They were best friends, but after a few years he felt something was missing. The relationship lacked heat. Another case, Maria dated a guy who was all chemistry and adrenaline, but he wouldn't open up about his feelings. She felt insecure and alone. These examples show what transurfing teaches.
Balance is key. John needed more passion. Maria needed more tenderness.
According to Transurfing, if one essence is missing for too long, the relationship can break. If tenderness stays without power, sex doesn't work, and then tenderness itself leaves. That means if you neglect physical intimacy, even the affection will eventually die off and vice versa. So ask yourself, in your current or past relationship, were you nurturing both sides? Quick exercise, drop a comment. Which side do you feel you need to improve on, tenderness or passion? Being honest about this is the first step to change. And here's the good news. You can develop whichever side you're lacking. It's a skill, not just a feeling. Now, before you think, great, I'll just dial up the passion to max, there's a trap we need to talk about. Transurfing warns of something called excess potential. Basically, when you want something so badly or put it on a pedestal, you actually mess up the energy balance. Ever notice how being desperate for love or sex can backfire? Like, the more clingy or obsessed someone is, the more they push their partner away. Vadim Zealand, the Transurfing author, lists lust and overattachment among the emotions that create imbalance. In his words, all these intense feelings are just you overstating the importance of something. Think of a time you had a crush and you were super anxious to impress them that anxiety often ruins the vibe. For example, I saw a comment from one woman practicing transurfing. She fell in love and found it hard to let go of her fear of losing him. She realized she was radiating so much worry that it was actually causing conflicts with her boyfriend, almost like her fear of breaking up was making it happen. Transurfing would say she created excess potential by making the relationship too important, triggering balancing forces that brought problems. So what's the fix? Drop the excess importance. This doesn't mean care less about your partner. It means care without fear. Love them deeply, but don't act like your entire world will end if something goes wrong. Remember, confidence and self-sufficiency are attractive. When you're not clinging, you become more magnetic. It's like the paradox. When you stop chasing validation, you often get more of it. So balance passion with composure. Enjoy the heck out of that strength side to sex, the excitement, but don't let it turn into obsession or jealousy. And balance tenderness with independence. Be loving, not smothering. If you've ever overcome neediness or jealousy, share how you did it in the comments. Your story might help someone else. Now let's get practical. How do you actually balance these two forces in daily life? First, open communication. Talk with your partner about what you need emotionally and physically. It sounds obvious, but so many adults hide their true feelings or desires. Fun fact, couples who talk openly about their sex life are way happier. One study found it strongly boosts relationship satisfaction. So have that heart-to-heart. What makes you feel loved? What turns you on? Swap answers. It might be awkward at first, but it's game-changing. Second, plan dual-purpose experiences. For example, set up a date night where you start with something tender like cooking together or a long walk, lots of affection and listening. Then follow it with something passionate, maybe dancing to some sexy music at home or a playful bedroom challenge. You're basically training both muscles of your relationship in one go. The result? You create memories that are both sweet and spicy. If you're not in a relationship right now, you can still practice this balance. Cultivate tenderness by being kind and present with friends, family. Even pets build that empathy and warmth. Cultivate passion by embracing your sensual side, maybe through dance, exercise, anything that makes you feel alive physically. This way, you're becoming a more balanced person on your own, which will naturally attract better matches to you. Third, set boundaries against negativity. If you catch yourself idealizing someone or feeling desperate, pause. Take a step back and do something that recenters you on self-love or your other life goals. Transurfing is big on having your own lifeline, your independent dreams and interests, so you're not 100% fixated on the relationship pendulum. When you have a fulfilling life, you bring a whole person to the relationship, which makes the tenderness deeper and the passion more vibrant. A quick tip: if you want more guidance on this, check the link in the description for my free Dual Love Checklist, a simple PDF I put together to help you audit your relationship's balance. Also, we have an amazing community where we discuss these topics daily. Consider this your invite to our private Facebook group. We share tips, success stories, and you can ask questions anytime. By engaging with others on the same journey, you'll reinforce what you've learned and stay motivated. All right, take a deep breath. We've covered a lot. Next, I'm going to show you some evidence that all this actually works. You might be thinking, does this really make a difference? Let's look at some quick facts. Studies show that emotional intimacy and a good sex life are both critical for a happy relationship. No surprise, right? But here are the numbers. Research from long-term couples found that when partners feel more emotionally close, their sexual desire goes up, and they end up being more sexually active. And not only that, both emotional intimacy and sexual satisfaction contribute hugely to overall relationship quality and even personal well-being. On the flip side, lack of passion can be devastating. About 15% of married couples haven't had sex in the past 6 to 12 months, and one study noted that a whopping 74% of those sexless marriages end in divorce. That's a loud and clear message. Ignoring the strength side of love, the physical side, can literally break a marriage. Meanwhile, couples who said they're very happy with their sex life were far less likely to split up. Passion acts like a glue. And of course, without tenderness, relationships often dissolve in conflict or cold distance that's harder to measure with stats, but we all know it when we see it. So science backs it up. The happiest couples are the ones who nurture both emotional connection and physical intimacy. Plus, remember the story of that transurfing practitioner? Suddenly having suitors come knocking once she balanced her inner world. It shows how powerful this can be in practice. The proof is out there, and it can be in your life too. We've covered a ton, so let's quickly recap. You learned how tenderness and passion are the dual engines of a thriving love life, how letting go of fear and over-attachment frees your relationship, and practical ways to keep that balance every day. Now imagine, going forward, you can actually feel this working: more laughter, more late-night intimacy, less stress and insecurity. This is how we grow, by applying these ideas. And I want to keep helping you on that journey. So here's my one ask and one offer for you. First, if you found value here, grab the free guide I made for you. Link is in the description and the pinned comment. It's a quick action checklist to implement these transurfing principles in your relationship. Use it, share it with your partner, stick it on your fridge, whatever gets you to actually do this stuff and see results. Second, join our community by hitting that subscribe button and the bell. I release new videos every week, and next up is a real eye-opener. Why you should ignore a boss who oversteps applying this transurfing approach to your work life. Trust me, you don't want to miss it, so subscribe and you'll get notified when it drops. Also, don't forget to like this video if it resonated. It helps more people, maybe like your friends, discover these insights. And drop a comment on what topic you'd love to see next, or any questions. I read all of them. For those who want to go even deeper, check out the description for ways to work with me. I do one-on-one coaching and have a full course on transurfing techniques in the works. We've also got some cool merch, designs inspired by these concepts, if you want to wear this message and spread the word. Finally, make sure to follow us. Remember, you're part of this community now. We're all here to uplift each other. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Your commitment to improving yourself is what this channel is all about. Until next time, stay balanced, stay passionate, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy transurfing!